What's up, guys? It's Jordan here again with another video. This video is not going to be talking about clothes, but it will be talking about something that you put clothes in. Today I have in front of me the Northface size small Base Camp Duffel. I didn't want to just talk about the Northface size small Base Camp Duffel today though, so I also went out and bought the Patagonia Black Hole small. You guys are probably wondering why only the Northface bag is in the video. That's simple, because I didn't have the disposable income to buy two duffel bags, so I bought them both with the intentions of returning one, after deciding, which one was better and which one was better on my wallet, obviously. So today, I wanted to compare the Northface small Base Camp Duffel with the Patagonia Black Hole small duffel bag. Why I got the bags is simple. I'm an adult, I travel from time to time now, and I've noticed that I didn't really have any luggage prior to 2022. I had an old beat-up suitcase that was torn apart, and you couldn't even close it all the way. And I had a duffel bag that I bought this summer at a thrift store in Milwaukee where the zipper broke after using it twice. So literally, when it came to actually having items that I could put clothes in and go travel for like 2 to 3 days, or travel for the weekend, or travel for a week or a month, I didn't really have anything. So I bought a new suitcase from the thrift store, which is super nice and it works for everything I need it for. But I still wanted a new duffel bag because the zipper thing, that bothered me. Like, I wanted a nice duffel bag. So I went and searched the internet for the nicest duffel bags, and the one that showed up was the Patagonia Black Hole. But it was $170, and I just wasn't really in a position to want to spend $170 on a duffel bag that I would just be using to put my clothes in. So I was like, I'll look back at it, some other time. Well, within 3 days of me discovering the Patagonia Black Hole duffel bag, Patagonia put the bag on sale for $110. At that price, I had a decision to make. Do I just go ahead and drop the $100 and get what most people are saying is one of the best duffel bags ever? Or do I just cheap out and go buy a $30, $40 duffel bag where the zipper might break again, etc., etc.? I decided to go with getting the Patagonia duffel bag. Now, right off bat, with the Patagonia duffel bag, you'll notice that it's shiny. That's something that I definitely noticed. Like, it always looks shiny. And that can be a pro for you. That can be a con for you. The different colors in the huge Patagonia logo can be a pro for you, or they can be a con for you. But I just figured I would say that because compared to the Northface bag is like kind of more of a matte look in material. But in terms of the heavy-duty materials that they're made out of, I'd say both are really good. With the Patagonia obviously being a little bit thinner and a little bit more lightweight, it's a lot more flexible. As you can see, you can actually put it inside of itself. So I would say that in terms of like heftiness, the Northface is a little bit more hefty, but I do think they're both very durable and would both hold up. In the front of the Patagonia bag, there's actually a zipper where you can put things inside of it and access them from the outside of the bag. You can also access it from the inside of the bag, which is a pretty cool feature. However, I didn't really think so. In practice, if you were to actually fill the Patagonia bag up to the brim, at that point, you would no longer be able to put anything in that front pocket, because anything you put in the front pocket is taking away space from the main compartment. With the Northface bag, they actually fixed that problem by giving you a side pocket that's completely separate from the bag, where you can actually store things in addition to what's stored inside the bag. I'd give another point to Northface just for that in general. Both bags are opened up from the top with like a D-shaped kind of zipper where you can open the whole thing and have it flap backwards. They also both have mesh pockets on the top of the zippered portion for additional storage. Now, other than the really large open compartments and the no frills kind of nature of these bags, they do come with a couple of pretty cool features. Both bags include backpack straps so that you can actually put them on your back as if it were a backpack, opposed to carrying it like a traditional duffel bag. The Patagonia ones are very easily removable. The Northface ones are a little bit more of a complicated traditional backpack system of removing the straps, but they are still removable. The Patagonia bag actually has traditional straps to carry the bag. that can be clipped together with buttons, and you can hold it and carry it like a normal traditional duffel bag. The Northface instead chose to include 4 handles all around the actual bag that you can pick up and grab from any angle. And even once I packed the bag to 33 t-shirts deep, I could still carry it from all 4 of those handles perfectly easily. So when I first got the bag, I was actually pretty concerned about like, oh, well, how am I going to carry it like a traditional duffel bag? That kind of answers your question. Each bag also has places where you can put carabiners or a shoulder strap if you wanted a more traditional carrying method for your duffel bag experience. You can put water bottles, your keys, all that different stuff onto the sides of the bags, and that'll work perfectly fine. I wanted to do actual like real world tests to see how much stuff fit in these bags that I could actually measure. So I did some simple math, and here are the numbers I came up with. I could fit 27 t-shirts in the 40-liter Patagonia size small Black Hole duffel. That's about 1.5 liters per size large men's t-shirt, right? By using those same numbers, I should be able to fit 33 t-shirts inside of the Northface bag, which is rated at 50 liters. I'm here to report to you guys, those numbers are 100% accurate. I tried putting the shirts in both bags and came up with 27, maybe 28 if you really cram it with the Patagonia bag, and 33, maybe 34 if you really cram it with the Northface bag. And speaking of the Northface bag, let's get into that one a little bit too. So that side pocket I talked to you guys about earlier, maybe you could fit another t-shirt or 2 in there. I don't know, but that's kind of a real life example of what I mean. I can fill up the Northface bag, 33 t-shirts, and still have a little bit of room in that side pocket. While if I put 28 t-shirts inside of the Patagonia bag, there's no way I'm going to be able to cram anything in that little front pocket. So that's just a little bit leading into my decision. Now for the story on why and how I got the Northface bag. So my Patagonia bag comes in the mail, $110. Didn't mention this earlier, but part of the reason I decided to go with the Patagonia bag is because at $110, it was more competitively priced than its competitors. Briefly, what I mean by that is the Northface bag was listed for $140. Different competitors like Topo Design or Peak Designs or any other brand of duffel bag you can think of that's highly rated and considered a competitor to the Patagonia Black Hole, all of them were above $110. So at the time, that was the best deal I could get for any duffel bag like that. So I jumped on it immediately. But literally the same day that I got the Patagonia bag in the mail, I found out that this website called Norse Store was having an end of season sale. And in this end of season sale, they were selling every size of the Northface Base Camp duffel for more than half off. So during this sale, which only lasted that night, the same night I bought the bag, it was already sold out. So there's nothing I can do for you guys. I'm sorry. It was an awesome deal though. So for that night only, you could get the 50-liter Northface Base Camp duffel, the size small, for $63. And all of this is down from like $140. So as soon as I saw that, I said, well, wait a second. The only reason I got the Patagonia bag was because it was cheaper than all of its competitors. But if the Northface had been cheaper than the Patagonia, that's the one I was going to go with the whole time. So I got it for $73, $40 cheaper than the Patagonia one. I'll just be straightforward with you guys. That's most of the reason why I'm returning the Patagonia one, because I'm saving $40 and literally getting a duffel bag that has 10 liters more storage. It's made of just as equally durable materials, and I don't really have that same qualm with the whole pocket not really giving you extra space thing. The only thing I haven't mentioned yet about the Northface bag is the fact that on the top, it has a place where you can put your ID or a luggage tag or anything you want. It's not really a huge thing, but that's just a small detail that I didn't mention earlier. Other than that, both bags are no frills. They exist purely for you to fill them up with as much stuff as you can and take them with you, whether you're going hiking, going on a small trip, taking it on a plane, or anything of the sorts. These bags are perfect for just putting as much stuff as possible without really worrying about organization or having dividers or having a bunch of pockets. It's just a pure chasm of space. It's truly up to you on which one you like more and which one will be better for your everyday uses. However, I will say, I believe that at least this iteration of the Northface Base Camp Duffel is better than the Patagonia Black Hole. And I believe that because recently they did update this bag. So before there were a couple things that made it way more similar to the Patagonia one, but the removal of the traditional duffel bag straps, as much as I thought I would want them, having these heavy duty straps on all four sides is definitely the better and quote unquote more modern approach to it. And so far, at least, I've found that it hasn't really detracted from my experience, and it has a lot less dangling from the sides of the bag. The bag actually has compression straps too. I did not show you guys that. I have not used that quite yet, but I think that's going to be another pro for the Northface Base Camp Duffel, that it has compression straps. So even though it's 10 liters bigger than the Patagonia one, if you don't pack it 100% full, you can still kind of strap it down so that it'll be about the same size as the Patagonia one. I didn't really notice a perceivable size difference between the two bags. The Northface one is probably just a little bit bigger, but if you use the compression straps, you could convince people into thinking it's a little bit smaller. Last, and probably the most boring, is this black and white color is a little bit more versatile than the one I had for Patagonia. I did like the colors on the Patagonia one. It was my favorite out of the options available, and Patagonia does have a black one. So I'm not saying, oh, choose Northface because they have better colors. No, I'm saying that they didn't have the black ones on sale for Patagonia, and I think that the black Northface one also just kind of goes better with everything that I have going on. So in conclusion, I just wanted to make this video because I was in a unique position where I had both bags at the same time. So I wanted to record them side by side, show some of the differences, talk to you guys about some of the differences, and talk to you about why I decided to keep one over the other. Because it wasn't always set in stone. If the Northface one had got here and it was bad, I would have just kept the Patagonia one. But being able to save $50 and have a bag that, in my opinion, is probably just a hair more heavy duty than the Patagonia one, definitely think I made the right decision. And hopefully you make the right decision for yourself as well. Thanks for watching once again, and we'll get back to talking about shoes and thrifted clothes and stuff like that later. But for anybody who likes clothes and shoes and fashion who's watching this, well, you got to put that stuff somewhere, right? Have a good one.